Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And thanks for Paul for hyping up this session. So before I begin, I would just like to ask everyone to think about your money, your hard-earned money, your life savings, and your investments. And just ask yourselves, are they generating income for you? Are the returns good enough? And can you confidently say that you are comfortable with managing your own investments? We're living in a world today where market uncertainties are becoming even more common. In just the past 10 years, we've had the US-China trade war, we've had the COVID-19 pandemic, and just last year, we had the Liberation Day tariffs. And all these things have completely changed the landscape of global trade. And on geopolitics, we're now seeing wars being fought in Europe, in the Middle East. Until this day, they are still being fought. Even the ceasefire that was signed between the US and Iran, it seems so fragile. Just a few days ago, there were missiles being exchanged between both parties. Now, despite these uncertainties, investors come up to us and they tell us they want growth, but they also want stability. And increasingly, investors are telling us that they want income. So income, stability, and growth. These three things, these are the holy grails of every investment. So income, where your investment pays you every single month. And stability, when the market turns against you, your investment doesn't suffer a huge drawdown. And for growth, when the market moves higher, your investment is able to capture that upside. Most solutions would force you to choose a trade-off. But today, I'd like to introduce a solution that can provide you with that income, stability, and growth. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce the Global Income Portfolio. So this is our professionally managed solution that is designed to give you that monthly income, global diversification, with also a focus on long-term stability. So we did a back test using 5 years of data from 2021 to 2025. And what we found is that this portfolio gave a return of 41%. And that is a 5-year annualized return of 7.1%. And if you look at the bar chart on the right, you can see that the total returns mostly came from income. And that is by design. This portfolio is meant to give you that consistent monthly income. But that is not all. The total returns will also include some capital gains so that you do not miss on the potential upside. Here I have the monthly distributions for the year of 2025. So this will help you to visualize what it will be like if you invest in the global income portfolio. With consistent monthly distributions, 2025 gave an average yield of 5.1%. And this portfolio also showed resilience despite market volatility and even outperformed the benchmark over this 5-year period. I'd like to draw your attention back to 2022. If you recall 2022, that was one of the worst years for global markets. We had inflation rates at 40-year highs. Global central banks were all tightening. Equity markets fell 20%, some even 30%. And if you thought you could hide in bonds, bonds also fell by double digits. For the benchmark, from its peak to the bottom in 2022, it fell with a maximum drawdown of 20.5%. Now, I'd like everyone to just take a moment to think about what a 20% decline means. Think about your investments, your life savings. Would you be comfortable seeing them decline by 20% in value? With the global income portfolio, the drawdown from the peak to the bottom was only 6.6%. And on top of that, the time it took to recover from the bottom back to its previous high, that took 9 months. For the benchmark to recover from the bottom back to its previous high, any guesses how long it took? It took 16 months. And that is almost double the amount of time as compared to the global income portfolio. That is real opportunity cost. Here I have the calendar year returns for the global income portfolio. As you can see, it's giving you consistent returns year after year. And distribution yields average around 5% every single year. Even in 2022, where markets declined by over double digits, the total return was a minus 3%, and it still managed to pay out a yield of 5%. And that is by design. It's designed to give you that consistent income despite these market volatilities. So some of you may now be asking, how did we achieve this? Well, it starts with strategic asset allocation. This portfolio is diversified across global equities and bonds. It is a balanced allocation of 60% in fixed income and 40% in equities. It is balanced, but it's never static. As market conditions change, we will adjust the portfolio allocation by up to 15% in either direction to ensure that your income stays protected. So this portfolio is managed by us, but it's built with some of the best income funds out there. Now, our research team has done an extensive screening and research process to find some of the best income funds available. So these funds are managed by some of the world's largest asset managers and also some of the best fund houses that we have right here in Malaysia. So who is this global income portfolio for? We built this for anyone here who likes to get monthly income. For the retirees who just want steady cash flow every month without having to look at the markets. Or for the professionals or business owners who want to build another source of income so that they can focus on their career, on their families, or their business. Or for some of the young investors who are just beginning their investment journey and want to start building a consistent income every month while they continue to grow their wealth. So, ladies and gentlemen, the global income portfolio will be available very, very soon. You only need a minimum of 1,000 ringgit to start, and there is no lock-in period. So you can redeem your investment anytime you need the money. So income, stability, and growth. So that is what you can expect with the global income portfolio. So please visit our booth later outside to register your interest, and we will notify you when this becomes available. So thank you, and I hope you start building your new income stream soon.